Alright guys, today's the day. We are off to Jaipur and guess what? It's the first for all four of us. But of course, things had to start with a little chaos. We almost missed our train, like full on running with bags kind of chaos. But when we finally got onto the Ajmer Express and settled into our seats, it hit us. This is happening. The thrill, so real. Jaipur isn't that far from Delhi, just around 3 to 4 hours by train, and honestly the journey was super smooth. Oh, and the food on the train, surprisingly good. Like we weren't expecting much, but it delivered. After some time we started spotting the Aravalli Hills. That's your sign, folks. When you see those drugged silhouettes on the horizon, you know you are getting close. Jaipur is nestled right in the lap of the Aravallis, and it adds to this majestic feel even before you step into the city. Finally, we made it to our hotel, and let me tell you, it was so freaking pretty. A full-on heritage style place, complete with a pool and royal vibes. Our room, adorable, culturally rich and just really charming. Finding this place wasn't easy though. Since it was peak holiday time, most heritage hotels were totally booked. But hey, where there's a will, there's always a way. The moment you enter Pink City, yep, that's what Jaipur is called, you will see buildings around you all painted in a beautiful earthy pink. Back in 1876, the whole city was painted this color to welcome Prince Albert, and pink was seen as the color of hospitality. It stuck around and now it's iconic. Our first stop, Hawa Mahal. It's one of Jaipur's most recognizable landmarks. This 5-story palace was built in 1799 by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh. It's made entirely of red and pink sandstone and shaped like a crown because the Maharaja was a devotee of Lord Krishna. It got 953 tiny windows called the Jharokhas, each with intricate lattice work. These windows let royal women observe street life and festivals while staying hidden, in line with the customs of Parda. The lattice also acted as natural air conditioning, channeling the breeze throughout the palace, which is why it's called Hawa Mahal or Palace of Winds.
found the strength to reiterate the things I swore to myself when I was younger and dreaming about seeing the world. And then you promised me one day we'd make it out to Japan, but now let's fast forward.
Next up was supposed to be City Palace, but the sunset was calling. So we made a quick decision and headed to Nahargarh Fort instead. It's perched on the Aravalli Hills and gives you an incredible view of the entire city. Getting there is an adventure in itself. You can drive, bike, auto, whatever you prefer. But as you go up the winding hill, the city slowly unfolds beneath you and it's breathtaking. Now Nahargarh isn't just about the view. It was originally built in 1734 by Maharaja Savai Jai Singh II as a retreat and to defend the city alongside Jaigarh and Amer Fort. It even has a series of secret tunnels connecting it to other forts nearby. The name Nahargarh means abode of tigers, and legend says it's named after the spirit of Nahar Singh Bhumia, who supposedly haunted the hill during construction. They even built a shrine for him to calm the spirit. Finally, we reached the sunset spot, and yes, it was packed. But once you see that view, the crowd just fades away. There's something so magical about sunsets. They happen every single day, but still, they have a way of making you pause and appreciate the moment. But this is just day one. Stick around, day 2 is going to be even more fun.